excited. During my breaks here in Fiji, I've been kind of organizing all the different, what would I say? I've been organizing my photos according to albums. And as I was going through everything yesterday, I found a text that I had taken a picture of. And it was from this time last year. And it was a post that said, "Congratulations to Kira Westwick, who had become a 3 club." And that was this time last year. And then I found another post that said, "Congratulations to Adam Westwick, who had become 24 club." And this was this first QNMD who had gone 24 club. And you look at exactly, this time a year later, and the amazing community that, and really I would say movement that they've created with the freestyle movement. And, it's funny because I remember the first time Adam did a call with us, and just his really kind of Jeff Roberti, I'm going to say, either give it a strong yes or a strong no, but no wishy-washy dilly-dally stuff in the middle. And just seeing that commitment and to see this power team is just so beautiful. And I think that, I really appreciate them. I know you do as well, for taking the time out, especially month end, because I know that Kira's going for 100 club and Adam's going for 200 club. And I said, so for them to take this time means a lot, to show that, one team, one mission. So even though a lot of you guys are sidelines, they've, taken the time to really just kind of share their nuggets about being this power team together. And Kira, what do you say about her? I mean, first of all, she's beautiful inside and out. I mean, just such a amazing reflection of, I don't know, I look at her as just the people look and they just go, wow, whatever they've got, I want. And the reason they've got it, you guys, is because they live it. She's a yoga and Pilates instructor, a nutrition coach, a whole food mom to 2 beautiful girls that I might just have to keep if they breed to the United States. They might be staying with me. Jordan and Madeline, and wife to Adam. She has a huge passion for bringing health and deliciousness together to the dinner table. She has a mission to really help parents build healthy food cultures in their homes so they can inspire their kids to consciously and happily fall in love with whole foods. QNMD 12 Club was her goal before she headed to Nashville, and that was in October. She started, and obviously she did that. She started out her Juice Plus business to support her husband, Adam. I remember that last year when we were in Hamilton Island, and she soon realized the benefits of creating her own franchise and having lots of fun along the way, creating her own goals and dreams. And she's helped so many moms. I mean, if you could have been in Australia with us just recently, so many moms, it's newborn babies, right? And just showing that it's never too early just to get this started. And since taking her own Juice Plus business, she's smashed records. But she really understands the importance of listening to people and what's most important to them, and letting them know, that they can have it all. So she charged to NMD and inspired so many. And she was just voted, which I'm not surprised, as franchisee of the year with her team. That's all a team effort. Last year, Adam was a franchisee of the year over there in Australia. Adam, what do you say about Adam? Wise guy, a wise guy who just loves life. He is, he's created this whole freestyle movement. He is, he saw this when he decided to really get going with Juice Plus. He decided to be legendary, and not from an ego place, you guys. It was more from a place of he knew that this was something that was going to help a lot of people. He had his traditional business, and I know he'll share his story with you, but he was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And, you see him light up when he's with his wife and beautiful kids, and you see him light up when their team, both of them light up when their team, moves forward with their positions. And, it's like they say, if you help others get enough what they want, then you're going to get what you desire as well. So I'm very inspired by these guys. I know you are as well. They'll share with you that there's no magic formula, but they will share with you what it does take. And, we always say how you do anything is how you do everything. So you will see, their consistency with their kids, their consistency with their business, with their posts, with their events. And so thank you guys for taking the time to be with us. And I'm going to pass it on over to whoever wants to start, and I'm going to mute myself. So
I'm going to unmute us. Thank you, Lauren. You nearly made me cry when you mentioned our life and what we've done. So I'm going to get out of the way and let Kira rock on, and because I always normally steal everything she wants to say. So if I let her talk first, then I can't get in trouble for doing that. And then I'll just, if there is gaps, there won't be. I'll just say something too. So,
well, I guess I'll just share my story.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So Adam definitely saw what this would be well and truly before I did. I jumped in for a month at the same time when he started, and I was just like, this is not for me. I don't, everything about this is outside my comfort zone. I don't really know if I believe in what this is yet. So I kind of took a back seat and watched him do it, and actually much to my frustration, because we already had, he was already working 60, 70 hours a week in our traditional business. So I was not impressed that he was adding to his workload, to be honest, and not all that supportive. But I think Adam just saw what this could be, and he just had that vision from day one, and he made that decision. And I think that's the first thing that is so important in your business, is to absolutely, with every cell of your body, make that decision with certainty. It took me 12 months exactly to have that same certainty and decision, but he had it from day one. And about 7 months after, him saying yes and making that decision, he'd made about $50,000, and we started to see that maybe this really could be the thing to get us out of the hole that we were in. So I decided, you know what, even if I could make $1,000 a month, we had this goal in our head that when we hit $10,000 a month, we were able to close our traditional businesses. And we were getting close. We were about halfway there. So I thought, even if I could make $1,000 a month, it gets us to that goal quicker, and it brings him home. And I thought, I love helping people. I love nutrition. I don't get this business, but I could help people with this product. So I'm going to just, get some customers and try and make a little bit of money every month. Now, everything about that was still outside my comfort zone. I'd been a stay-at-home mum for 8 years. And to be honest, I didn't do anything hard. Like, I took the easy way for everything. I think I gave myself labels that I'm shy and, I'm not outspoken and I'm introverted, and we really choose to give ourselves those labels, which I've kind of learned on my journey that it was a choice to do that, and really because that was my comfort zone, and it was but there was so much pain in where we were at, that getting outside my comfort zone and the pain of that wasn't nearly as bad as the thought of still being where we were in 5 years' time. Ask yourself that question. If nothing changes today and your life is the same in 5 years' time, how does that make you feel? Because it frightened the shit out of me. He was never home. I was single parenting Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturdays as well, mornings and nights. He was working his butt off, but yet we were getting deeper in a hole financially. We weren't surfacing. We weren't moving forward. And I didn't want that for the rest of my life. I want certainty around my retirement and my future. So that pushed me to get outside my comfort zone and just focus on that small goal in the beginning. When I look back on our journeys, we pretty much did NMD in the same time. Adam came into this with big vision and focus, and I want to do this the quickest and all of those things. Where my mental state was at when I came into this and decided to do this, that was way too overwhelming for me. And that actually, the thought of that would make me want to quit before I got started. For me, it was about focusing on one step at a time. That's all I could handle at that point. I have big vision now, but in the beginning it was like, okay, I can do DVF. All right, what does DVF look like? Yep, I can do that. And I would set these small achievable goals. And so what happened is making $1,000 a month turned into $1,500. And then 2,000, and then 3,000. And I just grew my goals as I went up the levels and just focused, one step ahead of myself. And at the end of the day, I did it just as quick as Adam, just focusing on it in the way that I needed to. As I hit those goals, my confidence grew as well. And, to the point where I went from someone who was shy and introverted and would never do a business like this everything about it outside my comfort zone, to someone who just feels so empowered and centered and grounded, and I just feel so incredibly blessed to have been able to find my voice again because of this business. So you really just need to ask yourself, are you ready to make that decision? I went to conference last year. I was about 6 months into my decision of making $1,000 a month. I was only going to do customers. I was kind of forced into doing the business because my customers got such great results. They wanted to join my team. So I kind of, got pushed into the business before I really knew that I wanted it. And when I went to conference last June, that's where I got my aha moment. That's where I got the fire in my belly, like, holy shit, I can do this. I know I can. I'm going to have to get way outside my comfort zone, but it's worth it. And I want to find my voice, and I want to go, hard and fast along with all of the people that were rocking it. I didn't want to be left behind. And I made that certainty decision that I'm doing. So if you haven't had that moment yet, hopefully now can be that moment where you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what skills you have. It doesn't matter if you're shy or outspoken, whether you love center stage or not. I still cringed at the thought of my NMD speech. It's still not in my nature to be center stage. I still cried and freaked out and wanted to get out of it the night before. I had a million excuses. I was going to ring Celine and say why I wasn't going to do it. But it doesn't matter. You can still do this business, because who you are will resonate with so many people out there that need something like this, that need an opportunity to change their life, that need an opportunity to get outside their comfort zone so they can grow, because it's the only space you're going to grow in. Your life is never going to change or grow in your comfort zone. And you deserve more, and you're worthy of more, and you are limitless. The things that I was telling myself was limiting my potential. I'm shy. I'm introverted. I'm not a businesswoman. I've told myself all my life, I'm not going to be a career-driven woman. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mum. And that's still my most important value. It's something that I always wanted to be there for my kids. But I think part of that decision and story was because I didn't believe in myself that I could do both well, that I could be an empowered, career-driven woman. In this business, you get to be both. And you have the potential to be both. But you really just have to decide that you're going to quit with the bullshit excuses and just do it. And you need to find the fire in your belly that will make you do it. For me, it was being sick of not having a voice, sick of letting other people talk for me, sick of standing against the wall and observing life, to the point of even when I would have, I have the most amazing girlfriends. They're so empowering, so inspiring, just so driven. I just admire them so much. And, even when we would have our dinners and nights out, I could sit there for the whole dinner and not say one word, because I just couldn't find my voice, my power. I would just literally observe life and let others speak for me. And when I went to conference last year, I was just so angry and frustrated at myself that I was allowing that to happen in my life, that I wasn't embracing my potential. We're all limitless. We can all be whatever it is we want. Every single one of you can go to the top in this, but it's up to you. We can't do it for you. We can't drag you to the top. You have to decide, and then we can show you the way. There's so many amazing leaders in this team that are there to show you the way, but you have to get out of your own way, and you have to be willing to take the action. What blows my mind is people go off to their jobs every day where they have a list of to-do things that they have to do to get money put in their bank account. And, no one's, you're probably whinging because you hate it, but you're still doing it because at the end of the day, you want to get paid. Yet we can't get some people to do their DMO every day that takes 15 minutes and to commit to team training once a week. It's just crazy. You get to build, a residual income that is, a million times greater than probably the wage that you're creating right now by doing what you have to get done every day. But you're not willing to put 15 minutes a day into something like this. It's just crazy. So make the decision, be willing to get into action, and just on that note, actually, we had a call with Cheryl Cortese a couple of weeks ago, and I just had a massive, oh my God, the work that woman put in 20 years ago to make what she has today, because there was no social media, there was no texting, mobile phones, they didn't even have fax. She was making 100 phone calls a day and doing 2 events a day. And, you know, reality check. Are you making space to get on training every week? Are you getting on at least one Zoom event or going to at least one live event a week? That's 2 hours of your time. This woman was making 100 phone calls a day. This shit is easy today. You guys, we have it easy to create what she created, right? We're like on the fast track now with social media. You need to sit down and work out, like, what is it that you're prepared to do to create what you want to create? Because we're not even asking for 100 phone calls a day. We're talking about one team training a week, every single week. Be consistent, make it important. Because if this was a $100,000 a year business to get into this, you would definitely be on team training. You know, make sure that you connect and plug into at least one Zoom event and at least spend 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day doing your DMO. You know, that's like a tenth of the time that people were putting in 20 years ago. What else? So probably the one thing that I really want to get across that was a massive shift for me was building my belief. Now, we all know there's the different areas of belief. There's belief in the product, belief in the company, belief in the industry, and obviously your self-belief. The two areas that I was massively lacking in was industry belief and self-belief. We had the product in our life for years before we did this business. Loved the product. You know, the company I was pretty sure was awesome. Had been around forever. Like, you know, had no issues around that. But I was embarrassed about the industry and I was embarrassed about myself. You know, my self-belief was like zero. So I really had to go to work on those things when I found that fire that I wanted to do this. Now, it really came down to just being teachable because Adam and Linda and everyone had been, you know, saying from day one on team training, watch these links that teach you about the industry and how amazing it is. But I hadn't watched a single one of them. So I wasn't being teachable. But when I went to work on building my belief, when I started seeking out those books and those DVDs and those YouTube clips, you know, Lauren's in some of them, I started to wake up to what an incredible opportunity this is. Like, oh my God, like, why would anyone do anything different? Like, I think back to the years in my 20s where I was working 40 hours a week, depressed because I spent the entire week hoping for the weekend, and then I'd waste the entire weekend dreading Monday to go and earn my $500 a week, working my life away in something that I wasn't passionate about. I tried a million things, try to find that passion, that thing that inspired me. People are doing that every day rather than building their own dreams and their own business and earning their own worth and deciding what they're worth. Like, it's just crazy, this opportunity that we have. It's such an incredible gift. The lives that we've been able to change in our team, the people that have been able to quit their jobs, you know, the opportunities of travel and helping people and giving back that we've created in such a short space of time. I have so much certainty and belief in this now that I can't keep up with the leads because certainty wins. People are attracted to certainty. Would you join you right now? Would you be attracted to you right now? When I'm talking to someone now, I remember my first no, right? I completely lost it. I quit, like, on the spot, right? And probably every 10 no's after I quit, I can't do this. It rocked me to the core. I took it so personally. I was so attached to the outcome. Once I realized how incredible this is, it doesn't rock me at all other than to think, oh, I feel so sorry for them that they can't see this. Because I know that I have this amazing gift that can change their life, and I just feel sorry for them. It doesn't hurt me. There's another 10 people lining up that know they're looking for something like this. There are thousands of people out there that want more financial security, that are in pain with their health, that are in pain financially. Your job is to just find those people on your journey that are looking for this, not to waste time convincing or dragging or doubting yourself when you get a no. You know, we say next. And I hate, and I don't, when I say, I don't like to say next because it seems so not compassionate and not heartfelt, but it really is, because when I say next, I'm like, I feel really sorry that you don't see this yet. Hopefully you will in the future, but where are the people that I can help? You know, where are the lives that I can change? Linda made an awesome point on our training last night. When Adam came into this, it was like he got in his bus and he could see the road and the mountain that he was going to climb, and he would stop the bus and say, you on or are you off? I'm going. On, off, keep going. Who's getting on? Who's getting off? I'm going. When you know where you're going and you're certain, the universe will bring the right people into your life. People will be attracted to that certainty, And if people say no, you will genuinely just feel sorry for them, but it doesn't affect you because you know where you're going. Don't let those be roadblocks. Do not be attached to the outcome, right? So I think that is really why we've been so successful. And with the self-belief thing, you can fake it till you make it. Once I had certainty, I already had certainty in the product, had no qualms about sharing the product. And honestly, when you talk to people, you make it about them. My first question is always, you know, what are you hoping to get out of this? Then I'm out of my head. It's not about me. I'm in my heart space and it's all about them. So I can get over my own shit, right? Now, with the industry, I had to build that belief to do the same thing. And you're able to then fake it till you make it with your self-belief. And as you grow through the levels and push outside your comfort zone, your self-belief will grow. With building my self-belief, the two things that I did for that is I consciously said yes to every opportunity outside my comfort zone. You know, these leaders put on so many amazing calls and trainings. You know, even this is outside my comfort zone, but I still say yes. There's so many moments where Linda's given me a way out for something that I'm just like losing my shit over. I don't want to do this call, you know, and she's like, oh, you know, and she'll give me a way out. But inside I'm like, if I say no, I don't grow. Right? So say yes, put your hand up, start getting on Zoom events, put your hand up for just taking a little snippet, sharing your story, whatever that first step is. You're only going to grow if you say yes. The other thing is having your self-belief affirmations or your I am statements. I have a little meditation that I do around being limitless every day, just to remove those limitations of thought that I wake up with so that I'm in a better headspace to be empowered through my day and do the things that I need to do. I know Lauren's amazing at that stuff, which she'll probably cover on a different call and probably has already. And then the other thing is goal setting. So when I said my self-belief grew with every step, goal setting has been crucial to my success because I have to map out where I'm going and I just focus on that. I don't let all the other noise derail me. The noise of I can't do this, I'm not good enough, all that bullshit that still goes through my head at times. I set my goals and I go for them. They're non-negotiable. And guess what? Your goals aren't about you. Your goals are around what team are you going to help to get to their goals, get you to yours. So once again, you're out of your head. It's not about you. It's about how many people you can help. So, you know, is it SDVF by the end of the month? You know, is it SC by the end of July? Whatever it is, map out every element of that. How many customers in your whole team? How many customers personally are you committed to? How many new team personally is frontline? How many new team as a team? You know, mapping out all of those elements. Who's at SDVF that's going for qualification? Who's at, you know, SDVF that's going for SC? Just mapping out every element of your business. I do that at the beginning of every month so I know who I'm linking arms with and who I'm helping to achieve their goals, and that helps me achieve mine. So
You guys, yeah, the one thing I just want to mention just before, because I've got to jump back on stage in just 20 minutes, so I want to make sure I can pass it over to you guys. Thank you, first of all. You're amazing. You guys can feel her conviction. And I mean, like you said, Kira, the big thing is non-negotiables. And you guys have really made this, like, we're all in. And, you know, like, and the beautiful thing is because you've kept it so simple, you know, to make it that you've created such amazing duplication for people, right? You know, because we have a lot of people that have very, you know, busy careers right now and are working. I really acknowledge a lot of people. I look at the people that are on the call right now. They have full-time jobs, right? And they're doing this in you know, making this a priority to committing to these calls. But what would you say is the big thing? And I think you're going to say the top 5 high-paying activities, I hope. But is it's really made the shift from just kind of being mediocre, you know, to like, maybe qualify my business to, I'm going to make sure as many people as I can that they understand we can do this as long as we commit 100% to whatever time that we can. Does that make sense? So what would you guys say about that? Because I know you've got lots of new moms on the team, you know, brand new moms on the team that are killing it. Like I look at Erin and you know, some of the other awesome people that you have on the team, or, you know, Lauren Berry, a real millennial who just, you know, is getting a voice. You have a variety of people. You have people that are in the service industry. You have people that are in the, you know, that are full-time moms. You have trainers. What do you think the difference is that makes the difference?
Look, I think we always talk about the three elements of success. So obviously consistency is really important. So those 5 high-paying activities, which I'll share in a minute. But I think the number one thing is purpose. That people have purpose, they have vision. And I honestly, early on in the business, I honestly believed, and I constantly reminded when I asked people, what do they want to get out of this? What do you want to see? What would you, in the next 60 to 90 days, where would you love to see your business at? Not so much the position, guys, but I'm guessing most of you guys are doing this because you want to change your life. You want to create freedom. You want to create lifestyle freedom. But the thing is, when I ask people that question, it's so often people say, I want freedom. I want financial freedom. And to me, guys, honestly, I just think that's a fluffy word that people like to use, and it sounds good and all the rest, but what does that actually mean to you? Like, how much money would need to be landing in your bank account every month to create that dream, to create financial freedom? Do you know that number? My thing is, what does that number need to look like in the next 60 to 90 days to know that you're on track? And do you honestly know what it's going to take to do that? What do you need to create in your business to create that income? Because I think when you're on purpose, nothing gets in the way. Nothing gets in the way, guys. If I told you that if in the next 12 months, all you had to do is follow the 5 high-paying activities and show up every day, and that in the next 12 months, you'll be a national marketing director, you'll be a 50 club member, you'll be earning, I don't know what you earn in the US, but I know here in Australia, if you're a 50 club member, you're earning like $10,000 to $12,000 a month, right? Would that put a smile on your face? Well, what I know is if you turn up every day and you follow the 5 high-paying activities, you give yourself a really good chance. What if you couldn't fail? And the thing is with this business, honestly, you cannot fail. If you show up and you're consistent and you're teachable and you apply the 5 high-paying activities, guys, I know that you'll get there. The thing is, most of us aren't prepared to stay in something for 12 months and be consistent over and over and over again because we're so obsessed with every daily outcome instead of the process. Kira spoke about it before. This thing is a journey, guys. Don't attach yourself to 1 or 2 no's and, oh my God, I can't do this. Can you imagine? Like if you attach yourself to that, this thing is a journey. Who cares? Get up every day and just play full out. So when we talk about, and what I know, guys, if you don't play full out, then you won't be at where you want to be. You won't create that. So you know what? Unless you've got a better plan, then this is the one. So commit and don't die wondering, what if I could have been that person? What if I could have been successful? It's all good to have a look at the people that walk the stage at conference and go, oh my God, they're so amazing. No, they're not. They're not that fucking amazing. They were just prepared to do stuff. They were prepared to get up. The thing is, guys, and people say, oh my God, you're so lucky, you're nearly at where you're at, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not lucky, guys. I made my own luck. I turned up, I drove an hour to events over and over again when I knew no one was going to be there. But it's not about me. It's about showing up every week. When someone said you've got to get up and grab the pen and start doing an event in my first week and do a launch event, I'm like, oh my God, really? Okay, cool. That's what I do. Get out of my way and just do it. The thing is, guys, most of us say that we want something, but we're not prepared to do it. The thing is, do you want to be one of those people where you're like, they never really follow through with what they say? Do you really want to be known as that person, or do you want to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. And if I make a few mistakes, you're meant to. That's what we're meant to do, guys. You're meant to make mistakes on the way. That's the great thing about this business. This thing is a journey. We all do things. I've vomited on people about Juice Plus time and time again, and I've planted seeds and meet people, and you don't think, today I had a person like literally been trying to catch up with me for a week. I'm like, oh, dude, and they said they just want to pick my brains about how we've done it as a couple. I invited to come to the event last Thursday. I was like, why don't you guys come to the event and come and look at how we do our business? Because they're doing another company that doesn't even make sense to me. And they're not that successful. I said, why don't you guys just come to the event, come and check out what we're doing, and you can see how we do the event. You can steal some ideas. They came to the event. They caught up with me today. They hunted me down. Like, can we catch up today? And they're like, we want to join your business. So the thing is, guys, it's the conversation you have on the way, and you expose people, and you just get yourself out of the way and stop making it about you. You know, when you start making it about you and your position and your that, then honestly, guys, this business doesn't work. It's about helping people. Know your goal, know your focus, and then work out what it's going to take to do that, and go and find the people that you want to help and link arms with and help them get what they want. And that's the one thing I really learned early on, is that this business is not about me. It's about helping people. And when people don't want to do this, then they don't want to do it. And if you're trying to drag them to come do it, then you're making that about you and not them, because they don't want to do it. Leave them alone. Leave them alone for now. Maybe they'll get it later. I know that you can see that it could help them, but you can't convince people. It really is about holding your hand out and saying, hey, I might have something could be really interesting to help you get what you want. I love this because of this. You know, I share my story. Get good at sharing your story. Don't get good at trying to convince people, because it doesn't work, guys. Everyone is sick of being sold to. They're sick of being, you know, come on, convinced. It doesn't work, guys. So one thing we really got very early on, and just to, so I don't let you guys down, the 5 high-paying activities is something that we've always followed. And think about being teachable, have desire, and then get into action. And those 5 high-paying activities, definitely the number one activity, guys, in our business is talk to people, not vomit on people about Juice Plus, but talk to people. And if it's about helping people, then you don't know if people need this unless you take an interest in them. Find out where they're at in life. You know, I always say, ask them the questions that get the answers that you're looking for. You know, don't assume anything. Find out if they're looking for a better option. Find out if they want to make more money. Find out if they love their life. Are they looking? If they don't love their job, then ask them, are they looking for something? Would they, you know, have they ever considered doing something online or doing it from home using social media? It's amazing. Like, what do you mean by that? And then maybe you share your story and I'll send you something. You know, we often, our business always says is that we let the event do the work. The event is so powerful, guys. Get someone in front of the event, let the event do the work. So talk to people. The next thing is just, you know, share your story, whether that be through social media. Social media is so amazing. And I think that, you know, what we're creating, guys, right now is unbelievable. The reach that we have, you know I spoke to Jeff at Hamilton Island last year, and I said to him, like, honestly, Jeff, where do you see this business going in the next 5 to 10 years? He goes, are you kidding me? He said, you know, we see people earning, you know, 7-figure incomes per month. We're going to see that. People do that in our industry, there's no doubt, in the next year or two. But in the next 5 or 10 years, we're going to start seeing people earn 7 figures per month in this industry because of social media, the outreach that we have, guys. You know,
can I just add there, when you're sharing on social media and when you're out and about, you need to be sharing the benefits, not what this is, because people do not know that they're looking for Juice Plus. But they do know that they feel like shit, they want more energy, they're not eating enough fruits and veggies, you know, they're overweight, whatever their story is. They do know that they're in financial pain. So when you share the benefits around the product and the business every day, you know, on social media and when you're out and about, that will attract people to you and give the opportunity to share what this is. But when you're shouting Juice Plus, come do Juice Plus, I do Juice Plus from the rooftops, people automatically assume they're not looking for that. Right? So you need to create an opportunity to share with them the amazing gift you have. And you do that by sharing the benefits of what you have.
Well, yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it's definitely not about the features. It's not, people aren't waking up in the morning and saying, geez, I need 30 different fruits and vegetables in me today.
In a capsule.
In a capsule. They're thinking, you know what? I need more energy. I need to drop a few kilos. I need to do that. So you're sharing the benefits of what you've achieved, what people around you have achieved, and they're like, hey, I want those same benefits. Tell me more. How have you done that? What have you done? And that's how you attract people, guys. And it's something, and the same with the business, you know. I don't share that I do Juice Plus. When people ask me what I do, I don't say I do Juice Plus. I say, you know, I've got an online business where I get to work from home and spend loads of time with my family. You know, people are like, whoa, what's that? Well, how do you do that? And I actually teach and help other people create to do the same thing. And they're like, really? And then I let the event do the work. So I think talking to people, social media, following up on people is such an important task. You know, guys, the meeting that I had this morning is just another great example of following up people. You know, I thought there's no way they're interested, whatever, but I didn't make it about me. I just reached out and said, hey, we've got a great event on. Why don't you guys come along? And, you know, I just stepped out of the way. They came, and there you go. You never know. And my conversation was 3 years. Kira's was 7 months, you know, after I said yes. So I think that's an important thing, just making sure you're following people up. Don't be annoying. Just see how they are. How's life? What's been going on? Reconnect. It's about connecting with people, not, you know, it's vomiting and dragging people to come and do this. The fourth thing is definitely events. There's no doubt that the events are a major part of our business. We do a training event every week with our training. To think that, you know, once upon a time, our team training we'll be lucky if we got 10 or 12 people on our team training on a Monday night. Now, last night, I think we had like 260, 270 people on our team training, which is just amazing. And, you know, I feel so blessed, but we've been consistent, guys. You know, we only implemented Zoom into our business about 12 months ago. And since then, it's just like, it's gone nuts. There's no doubt about that. We do events often. We raise other people up. We help other people do events, and that's a duplicatable task. And I think it's very important, guys, that you got to ask yourself in this business, if it's not duplicatable, then is it worth doing in our business? Because this business is not about what you can do. It's about what duplicates. It's what you can teach others to do, to teach others to do, to teach others to do. And if it becomes about one person, then that's not duplicatable. So our job is really to get out of the way, raise up leaders, help people to grow. Don't throw them out on the cliff, but help them grow, and then help them step into their greatness. And like Kira said, everyone has greatness within them, guys. It generally is just about belief and building that confidence, and away they go. And the last thing is just customer care. Look after your customers. I think definitely in the lesson that we learned early in our business, we become very focused in the business, the lifestyle, all that customer care wasn't a major focus of something that we really focused on well enough, and we've definitely improved that. And honestly, some of your best customers will become team over time. And I don't think I need to convince you guys, because I think a lot of you guys, especially the model in America, has been very about that. But it is about, you know, giving people the opportunity, exposure. But I think also is that when you talk about customers, you know, when a customer has the opportunity to join the business, the customer doesn't want to join the business, guys, because they want to so much sell fruit and vegetables in a capsule. The reason why someone would want to join the business is think about the benefits of why they'd want to join the business. 1, get the product for free. 2, make a little bit of money on the side. 3, create freedom and help other people do the same. They're the reasons. So when I'm sharing, hey, if you're ever looking for a way to get your product for free or cheaper or for free, or make a little extra money on the side in and around what you're doing just by sharing, let me know. I'd like to give you I'd love to share what that's all about. And just it piques their interest because you're sharing the benefits, not the features, and away you go. And I think that it's about create curiosity, and then let the event, let the links do the work. I really want to encourage. That's something that we really teach in our team, and that's very duplicatable, guys. If it's about just get them to an event, send them a link, then that's a duplicatable task. Anyone can do that. Anyone can get on Monday night training. Anyone can teach someone to get on Monday night training when they're starting. It's very, very simple.
It's like we have an opportunity, you know, for over 6,000 people to get this email, right,
Yep.
about these upcoming calls. And you got, you know, 200 people on the call. So anybody can do it. It's once again that percentage. And like you said, if people just want to be a customer just to get it for on the product for free, then that's okay. But just meet them where they're at. I know a big thing for you guys also is like meet people where they're at, but don't buy into their story, right?
Yeah,
it's like asking the great questions, I think, is a big thing. We've got, if you wouldn't mind just taking about 5 or 6 minutes and just take a couple questions. I have to run back in the room. I'm going to let Olivia kind of monitor this. But there are just so many great souls on this call right now. And I know that you see it every time. And I think, you know, sometimes we want it so bad for people, you know, and, you know, I know for me, that's been the big thing for me. I want it so bad for people. And I see the duplication of what you guys are doing. And just the one thing I really want to honor you guys about is your abundance to share with people, even though it's not, you're not getting paid, you know, from anybody, you know, that not 99% of the people that are on this call. That I know, you know, I've learned that from Jeff and from Cheryl. It's just that abundance of thinking and sharing your knowledge with people. So I really appreciate that a lot. So thank you for helping to inspire so many. Anybody have any questions for them? Anybody have any questions that we can do? Ask now, guys. You got the ones that'll be. He's going to the Masters next year, so you know that's 500. So,
they're scared. They're like, oh my God, you asked them one question last time. They spoke for like 25 minutes each.
Okay, so we'll just take two questions, and then I'm going to let Olivia take over because I got to run back in there. Thank you guys immensely. I'll be there for the first call. Love you guys too. Thanks, Paul, who has a question? Are you serious? Like nobody's asking questions? Oh my God. They're like I'm on like with Jeff Birdie. Yes. Anybody? Yes, Suzanne. Suzanne.
Hi, Adam and Kira. Thank you so much. First of all, like, I just love this call because it was like, oh, it just fired me up totally. But when it comes to events, and I think that's been my fear. My fear factor has been kind of the events, whether it's live or Zoom. Can you give me an idea of like your DMO, like your daily DMO with regards to events, whether it's Zoom or live? Because I kind of want to get a feel for, you know, what you guys do. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I just want to kind of duplicate.
I would say for like just with your fear around it first, I think just link arms with people who feel the same and just empower each other. Like I know I've got 2 women on my team, Jackie and Erin, and we really started this at the same time, and we were really building our belief and our confidence and our leadership together. So link arms with some people like that and really just focus on one element of the event each so that you're not overwhelmed by the whole event. So for me, all I had to learn was product, and that's all I did, you know, for week after week. And as I got more confident, we would switch around the parts and learn the other parts together. There's plenty of recorded Zooms in that we really modeled what we do out of the UK. So don't reinvent the wheel, just find something that resonates with you, put your own genuine authenticity on it, but don't, if it's working, don't change it, I guess. So yeah, I would do that. Find the people that Zoom for me is my comfort zone. I found it much easier to build my confidence on Zoom versus a live event. I still have my clipboard with my notes in front of me, right? Because some nights I've just got the kids in bed. I'm losing my shit at the kids 2 minutes before I'm jumping on Zoom, and I'm just not centered. And so it centers me to know that I have my clipboard of notes right in front of me in case my mind blanks or I'm stressed, right? So Zoom is an amazing way to grow that confidence on doing events. And yeah, just find something to model. Don't reinvent the wheel. Find some people to link arms with, you know, learn a section each and just grow your confidence that way. And that will empower you into leadership if you don't feel like you're there yet, or you're wanting to raise other people up into it. Because once you give them the opportunity, that platform to share and use their voice, all of a sudden they grow really quickly. Jackie, Erin, and myself, the minute that Adam goes, you know what, you guys are on your own. I've got to push you off the cliff now. Like, we were just hanging on to him for dear life. Like, here's our comfort zone. He'll manage the call every week. And, you know, we really could have taken it on 6 months before we did. And eventually he's like, guys, I'm too busy. You guys need to do this. And so we empowered each other. We did it together. I can tell you our business would have like doubled within a month or 2 of us stepping into that leadership. And, you know, we don't need him anymore. So like the team, and what's awesome is it's not one Zoom event anymore. There'd be loads of them just in my team alone because we allowed people to grow into that leadership. You have to create a platform for people to rise up into. And even in fact, we kind of controlled that one event for a long time. And I had this aha moment one month of, oh my God, we're not raising people into leadership. We're now letting them rely on us. So we had to step down and lift people up. And now there's loads of Zoom events going on without me. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
It does. Thank you.
You know, Nicole Hall actually has a question, so I'm going to lower her hand and unmute her. Nicole, you are good to go if you are ready.
You still on mute? Hanging out in the pool.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, my question for you is, I get a lot of people who are interested and want to move forward, but I get the comment, well, I'm not ready yet. Like I'll be ready by the end of summer, by the end of this month, maybe after when I have a baby, those kind of excuses and stories. But they are interested and they want to do it. But how do I overcome that in a good verbal skill that doesn't sound pushy or doesn't sound like I'm being too forceful, but at the same time I'm excited and I know that I want them to see with what I see that they're only just delaying their own dream, and delaying their own future. How do I get them to kind of see that?
Yeah, definitely. So one thing is, guys, you can't convince people, right? So trying to convince people, no, you got to get started now. Well, yes, you can. And as soon as you start trying to convince people, you're like banging your head up against the wall. So for me, what I want to do is ask great questions, right? So I want to find out where their limiting beliefs are coming from, where their thoughts are coming from. So I might ask them, oh, why do you say you want to wait till then? And then maybe rather than get them focused on what they feel like they can't do, get them focused on what they want. So my question would be something like, why do you say that? And can I ask you, what are you hoping to get from this? And what if you could start to achieve that now? What if you didn't need all that time to do that? And what if I could show you a way that you could fit this in and around what's going on in your life right now? Would you be interested to at least have a look? So what I'm saying is, if I could help you get what you want, would you be open to have a look at it? So you're asking great questions rather than trying to convince them. I think once you find yourself trying to convince people, you got to give yourself a little dong on the head and say, uh-oh, I'm trying to convince people, stop doing it. You got to find out where their belief comes from. Even team guys, when you got team that feel like, oh, I can't do it. And you go, yeah, you can, babe. Come on, you can do it. You're convincing them and they can't hear you. They're like, no, I'm right, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. So you want to ask, why do you say that? Why do you say you can't do it? And tell me more about that. And, so you're really peeling back the layers rather than trying to convince people. I honestly think motivation doesn't work in our business because everyone's a volunteer, right? Then it's not a dictatorship. You can't tell people what to do. It's about dangle the carrot. I always say dangle the carrot and say, here it is. This is here. Do you want it? A lot of people don't even know what's possible. They make up belief like, oh, I don't have the time. Or what do you? So people say, oh, I want to wait till after summer, And you're like, oh, why do you say that? I don't have the time right now. Oh, why do you say that? Like, find out so a lot of people have misconceptions about how much time you need, what you need to do, the skills you need, invest. So I'm peeling back the layers. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Tell me more about that. So when you do that, you get to the root where this real belief's coming from. And then it might be like, it's about time. I don't have time right now. What if I could show you that you actually don't need much time to do this? You hardly need any time. And as a matter of fact, you'll probably do most of this as you do life. And being busy is a good thing because you're out and about and you're seeing lots of people anyway. And you do it as you do life. And maybe you share a story. I know Linda talks about a feel, felt, found. So it's like, I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I first got started. But what I found, I do this business a lot just as I do life. And so it helps people. So I really want to, one thing that I see a lot is that we're trying to come on, see the light. No, they can't. Don't stop trying to pull their head to see the light. Just find out where they feel like they can't do it. Really, ask the great questions.
And I think like when you get to the root of their why, you can inspire them from within, and no amount of excuses will hold them back. Adam had all the excuses in the world. He was already working 70 hours a week, but that wasn't an excuse because his why was so big, his purpose was so big. So I just want to share with you like how we go from interest to signing a team up, and it works really well. It's so powerful. Number one, say as little as possible, share the benefits. Say, let's just, for example, you shared the benefits on social media, love my bonus, blah, 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 shopping, whatever, right? Then someone says, oh, what is it that you do? I'm interested. You're going to ask them, hey, thanks for your interest. Would love to know what gets you interested. So don't share what you love about it because they might not give a crap what you love about it. It might be completely different to their why, right? Ask them to share their why. Once they're emotionally attached to why they would potentially be interested in this, you know what, if you like, I can send you a link to a recorded event or, you know, or live, whatever you're doing. You know, you can check out everything about it there. Like, sorry, that's really bad wording. What do I say? If you like, I can send you a link where you can, you know, check out the opportunity. We explain everything there. So I kind of have a flow of conversation. Then they watch the link without me saying anything, because you will talk them out of it by trying to go, oh my God, it's amazing. It's Juice Plus and we do this and you can make this much. And everyone tries to put all of the benefits in that one opportunity to share what it is. No, let the event do the work. The event dispels all of the myths around no time, don't know anyone, no money. It deals with all of those objections in a really inspiring way. Once they've seen the event, more often than not, people will be so inspired to want to know more. So you get them straight on a game plan chat. Once again, without saying anything, be tempted to do a phone call in between and, like, you know, talk them out of it by talking too much. We get them on a game plan chat. We ask them 3 questions. You know, after seeing the event, what are you hoping this will be for you? So once again, so many people cry at that question because they're like, oh my God, I hate my life. I hate my job. That story on the event resonated with me so much. You know, that mama that had to go back to work, you know, when her baby was only 6 months old, that's me. And I don't want to have to do that. You know, so already they have this huge why, this emotional attachment. You didn't even have to say anything. Right? And then you ask them, you know, how much would have to land in your bank account to make a difference, for this to be meaningful for you, for this to be worth it? You know, for some people, it's just to pay the groceries. We can do that in a month easily, right? We can, like, for some people, it's quitting their job. They need $5,000 a month. Whatever it is, let them have their dream moment where they tell you what they want this to be. And then you ask them, do you have any other questions? And that's where you answer their questions. Now, the way we finish that chat off is sharing, you know what, like, we show them how we can help them achieve what they shared with us, how the business meets all of those needs. I'm not talking about myself and what I love about the business and what I've achieved. I'm sharing all the relevant stuff to their purpose, to their why, to their dream. And then I conclude by saying, you know what, there's 3 things that I know will help you be successful at this. This is your business. There's no expectation. There's no pressure. Whatever your dream is around the success of this is yours, and I'm here to help you achieve that. Right? So I take the pressure off them straight away that there's going to be time pressures and, you know, fast track pressures. If they don't want to hit the SDVF in the fast track, I'm not going to pressure them into it. It's up to them, right? It's their business. But there's 3 things, no matter what their dream is, that will help them be successful. Number 1, be teachable. We have a model that duplicates, right? We're sharing with our team something that works no matter who you are, what skills you bring, what your network is. Anyone can be successful with this model. It's not our model. We stole it from the UK, right? The fastest moving teams in the world. Success leaves clues. So we're not attached to people being like this. We're attached to people being successful. And right now, that's the most successful model in the world. So if you can just be teachable, we will show you how to do that. The next one is consistency. So this comes back to that time constraint that you were talking about. 15 minutes a day is far more powerful than 1 day a week trying to play catch up. Even 5 minutes a day, if you can find stolen moments each day, post, share, you know, follow up a couple of conversations, you can start to create that snowball effect. So it's not stop, start, and then people don't have the pressure of, oh my God, I've got to do this 5 hours a day, or I've got to commit 1 day a week. No, it's just stolen moments here and there as you do life. Just find stolen moments each day, right? We can all do that while we're feeding the kids, while we're bathing the kids, while dinner's cooking. There's always stolen moments that we can utilize. And the last one is plugging in. You don't have to come with the skills. You don't have to come with leadership skills as you bring on team. We have team training every single week. I know Lauren does team training every week. Are you creating the culture in your team from day one that if you want to be successful, you just plug into team training, you commit to it, you mold your schedule around it. It's 1 hour of your time every week to build a business that will change your life. And what I know is you don't have to, there's no expectation, but if you want our time and if you're telling me that you want to be successful, I know the people that I see on team training every single week, no matter what, they're the ones that are creating success. They're continually growing, they're continually inspired, and they're leading by example. If you're not being teachable and you're not plugging in and leading by example, you're going to have a whole team of people who are unteachable and unreachable. So, you know, we really value our time, and we set that standard from the beginning that if you want one-on-one time and that coaching and mentoring, you have to make yourself available every single week on team training, because we work with the workers and we work with the people with their hands up. So I think, you know, just going back to your question, really digging for that why, making it around them. When you get that out first, then they'll be willing to do what it takes. They will value making the time in their life so that they can change their life.
Can you imagine she used to be shy?
Next question.
Joanne.
I'm assuming my comfort zone. If you were all sitting in front of me, I'd be crying right now.
We are sitting in front of
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I know Callie actually had a question. She had her hand up. So give me just 1 second. Callie, you are unmuted. And then if everyone else can mute their lines, I'd appreciate that. Besides Adam, Kira, and Callie.
Hi, how are you guys? Thanks so much. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. What are some tips to expand your network? So if you feel like you've spoken to a majority of the people in your life and you've been in the business for a while, what do you suggest?
Yeah, I'm no expert at social media. I was definitely not even using Facebook before this, and I haven't built all my business on social media. My thing is just getting out and about and talking to people and taking an interest in people more than anything. So, you know, just looking for excuses to talk to people, you know, where it be someone that serves you at the shops or, you know, go to a restaurant. It's just about, hey, how's your day and how long you been working here and doing that. And it's amazing. And I'm not trying to spew Juice Plus on them in that moment. I'm normally like, if I can hear that they're not loving their job or, you know, or they ask me what I do and they want to know more about what's that all about? What is this online thing that you do? I just say, are you on Facebook? We should friend. And I literally hand them my phone with the Facebook app on, and I get them to type their name in and we become friends. Now, I don't go hunt them down straight away. I'll just build a bit of rapport. So I think that's an easy way when you're out and about, just, you know, talk to people. I know that scares the shit out of Kira. So if I had told her to do that, she would have been like, there's no way I'm doing that. But I think social media, guys, we've all got these devices that are connected to so many people. And I think the thing is, you know, are you adding friends to your list every day? And I'm not saying add them and then hunt them. That doesn't work. I think it's about just build your network and look for excuses to start conversations, whether they like something, comment on something, join groups. Think about your niche market, the people that you feel like resonate with you and your story. Where are they hanging out? What groups are they in and doing that? And add value to those groups. Don't go in there and rape and pillage every group that you go in and spam it and get kicked out and do that. It's about build relationships, guys. Take your time, nurture relationships. Don't make it all about you. If you go in there and just try to take everything, you're making it about you, and we know that that doesn't work in this business. So it's about relationships. You don't need to have, honestly, you know, I know some people in our industry say about, you know, it's all about numbers and get loads and loads. Honestly, for me, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. I've always been about quality. It's about quality conversations. It's not about spam as many people as you can, and hopefully some people will come on board. It's about quality. It's about taking interest. And I think if you do that and take the time.
And I think maybe like learn to master like something. Like Lauren Berry, for example, she's amazing at social media. Yeah. Adam is amazing at out and about conversations. He will probably go and wherever he's going for lunch, he'll probably end up with a phone number, right? But that's not my comfort zone. I can do it, yes, and I continually grow and learn in that area, but I'm better on social media. So you don't have to be good at all of the platforms, but master your craft that you feel like you're most passionate about and that you have the best skills in. I don't know all the ins and outs of social media either, but I'm growing and learning all the time. And I think the benefit that I had coming into this is I'd already added so much value for the past 5 years on social media that I already had an amazing network of people that knew me, loved me, and trusted me, and knew that I'd added so much value to their life. The trust was there. So this is a 5-year career. This isn't a get rich quick thing. So when you're utilizing social media and you want to use that as a platform, don't be attached to an immediate outcome. These things take time to grow that trust and rapport, and branding, if you're using branding, it can be a 12-month journey before the floodgates open. I know my girl Erin, for the first 9 months, I would say that she wasn't rewarded financially for the amount of time and energy that she put in. But she built an amazing social media platform, and about 9 months in, all of a sudden, she is like 5 new frontline a month, because she just invested in it, was consistent with adding value every single day, that it got to a point where she had that amazing community of people that knew her, loved her, trusted her, and were grateful for the value that she had added. So in every aspect of your life, be someone who looks for opportunities to add value. I even say out and about conversations are outside my comfort zone. They're not something that I've ever been good at. So I've had to learn in that area. The simple act of being present is a great place to start. When you order your coffee, actually say hello and a genuine thank you, and maybe, hey, how's your day going? Because so many of us are, and I still catch myself looking for excuses to be on my phone to avoid that interaction, right? We're also self-absorbed. Who's liked my selfie? Oh, I've got to take another selfie at the coffee shop. We're also self-absorbed that no one actually gives a shit about each other anymore, right? So when you go to the coffee shop and you're that genuine person that makes a connection and actually cares how that person's day is going, you will stand out. And if you're a regular there and you build on that relationship and conversation, at some point that conversation will be, how's your day going? You know what? My day sucks. I freaking hate my job. I had to get up at 6 a.m. again to come serve all these grumpy people coffee. I just don't know where my life is going. Adam gets so many conversations to that point in just a few visits, because he's genuine. He makes the connection. He's not assuming that they should do Juice Plus or they need Juice Plus. But when the conversation unfolds, he may have something for them, and he doesn't spew on them and tell them what it is. He goes, you know what? Have you ever tried? First of all, he explores every other avenue. Have you ever tried anything else? What is it that you'd love to do? Are you studying? And, often it leads to a dead end. They just don't know what to do with their life. And he's like, you know what? I might have something for you. Have you ever considered creating an income from home? And they're like, oh, I'd really love to do that. I just don't know how I would do it. Oh, well, I teach people how to do that. If you like, I can send you a link. Are you on social media? He tells them nothing about it. He gets them to an event, because the event does the work. So whether that conversation takes place on social media or in person, there's thousands of people in your network around you. They're not all in your warm market. And yes, you will exhaust that warm market, but your job is to network outside of that. One of my girls, Karen, she's been a stay-at-home mum for 4 years. She's never been in the health or fitness industry, so she has all the excuses that everyone comes with, why they don't know anyone, why they can't do this. She started in March. She already has nearly 20 frontline. Literally every shop she goes to, she rings me. She goes, oh, I just got the big W, lady. I'm just like, dude, how are you doing this? Because she has that conversation. She actually cares. How's your day going? What do you do? Oh, you've got kids. Oh, you mustn't like having to come and do this and put the kids in daycare. That's an obvious question. Of course they don't like that, right? So ask the questions that get the answers that you want, so you can lead into sharing what you do and how it may meet them where they're at. Does that help?
Thank you.
It's a practice. It's a practice. You get better and better at it.
I just wanted to say thank you for coming on our call. I just want to see if anyone had a really, really quick question. Their time is so valuable, and thank you for doing this call. We appreciate it. Is there anyone that has just a quick question for Kira before she has to go? This is being recorded, so just FYI, you guys, probably won't be posted until a couple days from now, but just checking in. Anyone? I know Andreas had actually posted one. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Kira. How are you guys?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm really good, sweetie. Hey, you mentioned that when you were scared, you broke it down with your 2 buddies, and you did the product, and then what did they do?
So we start an event with the product, then we share around the business in a way that hits down objections. So it's not a pyramid scheme. You don't need to know anyone. They're pretty much the 2 big objections. And then we share around the money, like the bonuses, and we bring in stories. So more than anything, your story is the most powerful thing you have. And it's stories that will hit people in the heart and give them a connection to why they would do this. When a woman stands up and says, you know what, my life sucked. I was faced with the stress of having to go back to work with this baby that I was going to have to let someone else raise. Like when someone's sharing that story, so many women connect with that and they go, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. When I share around how it was outside my comfort zone and I didn't think I could do this and where my life was at before I did this, so many people connect with that. So get good at sharing your story and get good at your team, teaching your team how to share their story, because that's the most powerful part of the event that people will connect with.
And on the site, and also just a link to that is, do you have like a Zoom of that we could watch? Like how just your format, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of just see. There's
so many of them on YouTube. I know that I think Adam and Luke are going to be starting to do an event together. So I'm sure you guys will see some stuff out there. But there's so many. I have to ask Adam which one we modeled ours off of. But yeah, there'll be whole time. Are you guys starting one this week, Luke? I'm not really sure. Sorry.
He said he is on Monday.
Monday?
A week.
No, it's Tuesday night, 8. Adam and I were just messaging back. It'll be 8 or 8:30 Tuesday night. And we'll leave it open until lines are like plugged up. Once the lines are plugged up, then we got to narrow it down to who it gets sent out to.
Yeah. See, the problem
I did a call the other night and it got booked up and half our people couldn't get on.
Yeah, good point. So, guys, most of our training and events are closed for the simple fact that we pay a lot of money for our Zoom and it maxes out. And you know, at the end of the day, we are here to grow our business. Yes, we want to support and give you guys as much support as we can, but we have to give our team access first. I'm not sure what's happening with that event, but yeah, we'll let you know. But honestly,
guys, if we have the lines, we'll open it up. But like the other night, like I said, Katie and I did one. We couldn't even get our team on it because the lines got booked up. And as Kira said, you know, when you're paying for the 300 lines, you know, you only have so many lines. So it's never that we don't want to include everybody. It's just that you physically don't have that many lines, you know, till Zoom comes out with like 1,000 lines or something.
Yeah. But what I can tell you is we found what we do because Linda and Adam were proactive in finding it. It's, you know, it's all over YouTube. Like there's plenty of stuff that's been shared. You just need to be proactive and be that leader and just, you know, go and find what it is that resonates with you and then commit to it and run with it. And I just want to finish off by just, you know, coming back to everything we've shared today. You will not get to the top of Mount Everest by dragging people up the hill with you. Don't get caught up in over-promising your team that you'll do everything for them. And, you know, like you're definitely there to help them, but you can't do the work for them. Look for the people who want this, who are committed to the action, and create the culture and set the intention from day one that you're teachable, you're consistent, and you plug in. If you do those things, I'm there for you every step of the way. I'm one step ahead of you, showing you the way, but I can't do it for you. And I'd say that's why we've been successful. We've made the decision. We know where we're going. We're on the bus. Are you on or off? Because you're either coming with us to the top or you can stay in your life where it's at. Right? So just when you're certain and you value yourself and your time enough that you're worthy of it, you're worthy of more and creating the life of your dreams, but your time is also worth, like people need to, you know, put their hand up and be workers. You don't want to drag people and do everything for everyone. When you know what you want, the universe will bring the right people into your life. I really, truly believe that. But while you guys are happy to drag people along because, you know, you need people to get to your levels and you're constantly convincing, that's not going to get you anywhere in this business. So make the decision today, know what you want, and find the people that want to do it with you. Leave the door open for everyone. You're never rude. We never close the door, but when people are ready, they know where you are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And at this time, I'm going to end the meeting, but once again, Kira, you're fantastic. Thank you. We appreciate it. And we're going to see you soon, right? You're coming to St. Louis?
Is that the next one? I don't think we're coming to that one.
Next year. All right. We'll see you then. It's okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Kira. Awesome job.
You.
Thanks, guys.